The Proteas women's side will be hosting England for a tour which will see the two countries playing 3 T20 internationals and 3 one-day internationals. To talk about this upcoming tour, we've roped in Proteas wicketkeeper Sinalo Jafta. A good morning to you, Sinalo. Thank you so much for joining us on Sports on Morning Live.
Oh, good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
Sinalo, let's start and talk about how this team has had such great form when it comes to limited over cricket. We know that for back-to-back T20 World Cups, you were finalists, and we look at the fact that this has also been a team in transition and such a good growth opportunity for most of the players.
Yeah, 100%. I think if you look at the squad now, we've got the likes of Laura, Nades and Chloe coming back from the Women's Big Bash. And then obviously Marizan and Aya are going to be missing out on the T20. And I think when you look at the depth, it's kind of more opportunity. Maxi is coming back. So obviously she missed out on the World Cup. So to just have fresh faces after a World Cup is always good because that just shows the growth within the space and the team.
And you speak about those fresh faces showing the growth within the space and the team, because we know that on the home soil World Cup, you had a very strong team, players that a lot of people were familiar with. And moving out into the UAE, we saw a lot of new faces coming through. When you look at this team, do you think that we have the quality and the type of players that can represent us in all formats of the game?
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, you have Faith Cliff actually coming back since 2021. So we're really excited to have her back. I mean, the work that she's done domestically is far too none. And I mean, it's a deserved call-up. And obviously with the likes of Sashni missing out because they're actually having the T20 World Cup in Malaysia next year. So the under-90s are going to the World Cup, which means a new face comes in with Nondu. She's been in and out of the squad. So to have her and just bring her experience, because she's the captain of the Dolphins ladies. And I mean, yeah, it's really exciting to see. And I mean, always, to play against England always is an honor, especially for your country. But I think it's going to be a really good test and to kind of see where we're at. Because I mean, we're building up towards the World Cup in 2025 in India. So we're looking forward to that.
And we are looking forward to that. But before we get to India 2025, we have this tour with England coming up and starting on Saturday. Some may say this English team is a bit of a hoodoo for us. How are you feeling about coming up against the English in T20s as well as in the ODI?
Oh, no. When you look at the English girls, you know, they're full of experience. They've played more test matches. They've played basically more fixtures. And if you look at their squad depth, there's obviously fresh faces coming in, but their core is a team that's been playing together for a very long time. And there's where I made my debut. But to just see them, and obviously for us, when we played them in the World Cup in Sharjah, you know, you could have just said, guys, we could have actually just won this game. But I mean, for us, it was a lot of learning curves. And they're a team that also kind of cracks under pressure. So for us, it's just to literally stamp our authority on the field and to just play one ball at a time.
And we absolutely love that. Personally, for you, what parts of your game would you say you're looking to improve and work on? I know you're always looking to improve, always being better in everything that you do. So what are some of those elements you want to focus on?
No, 100%. I think once you stop wanting to grow is when you kind of hang up the gloves or hang up the boots. For me, it's been a really crucial 6 months. A lot of times we've had to revisit the batting aspect of my game. And I mean, it's no brainer. I haven't really put forth with the batting. And I think that's something that I've been working extremely hard with the coaches, having Pakiri Adams comes in as a batting coach, working with Bongani Ndaba when I'm back here in domestic. I think for me, that's something that I've literally honed in and to say, you know what, let me actually just give myself a chance and give it everything I have. And obviously, a lot of times you're so worried about the skill, but I think it's also between the ears and how you perceive everything. So I think the mental side of the game is something that I've made sure to work hard at, because you can train all the time that you want, but if it's not good between the ears, you kind of fighting a losing battle.
Indeed. And I mean, Sinalo, I know we're speaking about the game now, but there are just certain parts of your life that are such an inspiration to so many people, because you've come out and you've spoken openly about the challenges that you've faced, and you've always wanted to use your journey to inspire the next generation of cricketers or footballers or whoever you just want to inspire. Speak to me about that, and taking the difficult decision to say, as tough as my journey has been, I want it to be a learning experience for the next person.
Yeah, and I think there was a picture up there with Marizan and I just holding my 50th cap. But what people don't know, when I actually got my 50th cap, I was also celebrating 2 years in sobriety from alcohol. And I mean, I'm someone that went to rehab for alcoholism. And, you know, it's something I think that kind of saved my life, and it kind of shaped my whole perspective in how I see life and how I see cricket. A lot of times there's this misconception as athletes that we're not human, but I mean, we also get human challenges. And I think me coming out as an alcoholic and someone that went to rehab is to kind of say to the next person, it's okay. And I mean, a lot of times, us as athletes, we're so drawn to the lifestyle that we don't know that it's actually killing our careers. And I think for me, it's to say, you know what, it's okay to admit having a problem, but I also think people like the Federation, like Cricket South Africa, they're the ones that actually supported me through that journey. And if it wasn't for them and their support, I don't think I would have come to a safe environment. Because I mean, yeah, I messed up a lot, but I think coming back and they said, you know what, we're going to give you a clean slate. And that's what I got. But it's also from me speaking out and saying, you know what, guys, I actually have a problem here. And I think that's where everything kind of shaped. And that's where my career kind of took another turn and another perspective.
Oh, Sinalo, thank you so much for sharing that with us, and congratulations on your 50th cap. Unfortunately, we've run out of time, but we look forward to seeing what you're going to do out in the field against England.
Thank you so much for having me.
That is Sinalo Jafta. She is the Proteas Women's wicket keeper, and she speaks of her story of inspiration. And if you do have the opportunity just to listen back to some of those interviews she's had, where she speaks about the support from her mom, her brother, Cricket South Africa, it really is a truly inspiring story. That was Sinalo Jafta.